in a country like South Africa, the opportunity that you might be looking for at a point in time might not necessarily present itself then. And
degree is not the only path.
no, definitely it's not the only path. Look,
and you hear people saying that I want to move into leadership, I want to move into strategic positions.
Because as I explained my role earlier, I didn't speak about how good I used to be technically.
Yeah, people have been through what you've been through.
Sure.
There's a blueprint, they can help you.
They can help you.
When you started your career, especially like when you were pivoting, right? Because I think like you started with a clear mindset of what is it that you want to study and which industry you want to study in. But then in the beginning, it seems like, because you went to South African Defence Force and then you went to Capitec as a sales rep, and then you did another role. What were the challenges to just going straight as opposed to just going straight into data analyst? Because I do find that you find a lot of people that are in careers, right? But they know that they are not where they want to be. They are targeting something else.
Yeah.
And it becomes very difficult once you start to just pivot. Like, what was going on through your mind when you were going through these other, jobs? Because that one was not a career. You were just going through some jobs.
Sure. Yeah, I was just going through phases to what I was looking for. Look, in a country like South Africa, the opportunity that you might be looking for at a point in time might not necessarily present itself then. And you'd find yourself having to, take what is there, honestly.
Yeah.
For me, much as I appreciate the learnings, the experience I got from these other industries, it was what I was not looking for, So it was also to, be busy somewhere, because a skill is a skill. I might be looking for a skill in tech and data, but there's still other skill sets that you don't need this industry specific. Specifically, you can still learn your human skills even in other places. So I guess that was that. But to be spot on with what you're looking for, the right opportunity it wasn't there at that point in time. It was just to find yourself doing something and busy with something.
It takes me to this thing that, because, a lot of people get frustrated, especially when they don't get what they're looking for.
Yes.
And then you find people like sitting with degrees at home, right?
Yeah.
But I think what you mentioning is very important, especially in South Africa, that you need to take something, but it doesn't mean that you stop working towards your target, because your target is always this.
Yeah.
But what you get at the moment, you take, because I call these things transferable skills.
Sure.
In all the roles that you do, even though they are different, but somehow there's some skills that you can, transfer to the next role, like your communication skills, your organization skills, all these other soft skills that you build up that you can transfer. So I think that's very important for South Africans to know that. Don't just sit and say, no, I'm looking for a business analyst.
Yeah, that's correct. And then you're waiting
and
for
then you
just
wait.
that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's it, man.
So when you started doing data analysis as your career, what were the challenges getting into that field? Like, what did you deal with? What were the learnings that you got when you started?
Okay.
Because sometimes I find that you think of a career and then you think what you're going to be doing is this, but then once you start doing that job, it's totally different to how you imagined it to be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit funny. Coming from the field of mathematics, I did some complex calculus, equations, that I never really got to see in practice.
Until this day.
Until this day, I'm still to see some of the complex things that gave me sleepless nights and all that, but I guess what you learn is complexity. I think with all this mathematics careers and all that, You learn how to comprehend complexity. How far can you, unpack a problem and quantify a problem? You don't necessarily go into practice and start applying some models. In some industries, it is in that way, but in some, you're just ready to be given a complex problem and use what you learn from university to sort of unpack the problem. So I guess that was one of the surprises. Nothing about the honor studies I did. I saw when I joined there, but I was ready. So I think that's the first one. The second one is closing the gap.
Yeah.
You're coming with all these theories, and what happens, and look, man, at school they give you a data set that is already ready for the output.
Yeah,
But when you
yeah.
get into the industry,
It's different.
it's different. The goal is still the same, but to get there, you have to go through some phases. You have to do quite a lot. So I guess those are the gaps. In practice, you get real life challenges. While in school, we sort of prepare data sets just for you to understand processes. Yeah.